Shabbos Chanukah, Shabbos Parshas Meketz, Tovshin Chav Beis, 1961, the Rebbe told a story of the Shpoler Zeide and the Alter Rebbe. And I'm going to repeat the story the way I remember that the Rebbe said it then, even though in the Anocha it's a little bit different. And this is what he said in the name of the Frierdiker Rebbe. That the Alter Rebbe, we know, wrote, besides the Sefer Shel Benyanim, which is Tanya, he wrote a Sefer Shel Tzaddikim. Once the Shpoler Zeide came to the city of the Alter Rebbe, and he told the Alter Rebbe that the Sefer Shel Tzaddikim, the world is not ready for it, and therefore you should burn it. And he told the Alter Rebbe that I'm going to go up in this flame to Shamayim. L'Peil, there was a fire later by the Alter Rebbe, whether it was Ladi or Lozne, and these manuscripts of the Sefer Shel Tzaddikim got burned. And that day, the Rebbe said, the Shpoler Zeide passed away. And while the Rebbe was saying this, the Rebbe was choking up. The Rebbe was crying when he was talking about the Sefer Shel Tzaddikim, and that the Alter Rebbe burned it. I don't know exactly which prat, exactly on which words it was, but he was choking up, he was crying. And then the Rebbe said, the connection between the two, between the Shpoler Zeide and this burning of the Sefer Shel Tzaddikim, I don't know, he said. But this is the way I heard. That day, he was the one he passed away. Now, L'Peil, when they found the Rishimis of the Rebbe after Gimel Tammuz, so he also has amongst the Rishimis, Maramekemis, and Hagos, and Ha'oras, Ksoras, to Sefer Shel Bein, and Tanya. So there, in one of the papers, the Rebbe wrote this story. And this is the way the Rebbe wrote it, as it's printed in the Kuntresim of Maramekemis, Hagos, Ha'oras, Ksoras, to Sefer Shel Bein, that they gave out. There they printed the Lashon of the Rebbe's letter. And he writes like this: I heard from my father-in-law, Shlita, I'm reading it in English, that the Alter Rebbe started writing also a Sefer Shel Tzaddikim, and it got burnt together with many simonim of the Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch. I think the Rebbe says that the way he told it to me was like this: the Shpoler Zeide came to the Alter Rebbe, to his city, and I don't remember if it was to Ladi or to Lozne. I think the Rebbe was saying on himself he doesn't remember whether it was, or maybe the Frierdiker Rebbe said that, I don't know. And he told the Alter Rebbe, you started writing Sefer Shel Tzaddikim, and the world can't take it. And there is a kitrug l'mayla on you. So they paskened that you have to burn it. And I'm going to go up in that lav and that to Shemayim. And that's how it was. That in the time of the Sreife, the Shpoler Zeide was nistalik. That's the way the Rebbe writes the Loshen that he thinks he heard from the Frierdiker Rebbe. The Rebbe wrote this story also in a letter that he wrote to Paris, to Rabbi Yisrael Neyach Belinov, which is printed in the Igros Kodesh of the Rebbe Chelik Tes, page Reish Lamed Beis. It's also printed in Likutei Siches, and there the Rebbe tells the story be'erech the same way, the way I'm telling it, and the way the Rebbe wrote it there. And in the Siche, the Fabrengen of Shabbos Chanukah, Tovshin Chav Beis, the Rebbe answered, based on this, answered a kasha. The kasha was, in Tanya, the Rebbe asked the kasha, that it says that even if the whole world tells you that you're a tzaddik, hayei b'necha kerosha, should be in your eyes like kerosha. And in Tanya he explains, what does that mean, kerosha? It doesn't mean like kerosha mamish, it means like a beinani, which that never does any aved, etc., etc. But then we have the Alter Rebbe, the Tzemach Tzedek writes that the Gemara says that Rabbi Yechanan Zakai said, "Eini yedei beis derech melichan neisi." I don't know which way I'm going. Am I going to Gan Eden, going to Gehenim? And he asked Akasha, Rabbi Yechanan Zakai didn't know which way he's going. He didn't know he's going to Gan Eden. So the Tzemach Tzedek answered that sometimes you could even be a tzaddik, but deep down in your etzem there might be some ra that you don't even know about. So you are a tzaddik, and you behave like a tzaddik with all the trimmings of a tzaddik, but the pale could be the etzem like that, and therefore Rabbi Yechanan Zakai said he doesn't know which way he's going because he doesn't know what's going on by the etzem. So the Rebbe asked, how come in Tanya the Alter Rebbe doesn't say this pshat, that even by a tzaddik gomor you could be like a Rosha because of your etzem? And the Rebbe said, based on this story, we understand. Because was it the Sefer Shel Tzaddikim of the Alter Rebbe? L'chura in Tanya, Sefer Shel Beinanim, the Alter Rebbe describes what a tzaddik is. The answer is, in Sefer Shel Beinanim, he describes a tzaddik be'erech in relationship to a Beinani. So the Sefer is about Beinanim. Compared to the Beinani, the tzaddik is the way the Alter Rebbe explains in Tanya. But the real level of a tzaddik, that's higher than that. And that's what was written in Sefer Shel Tzaddikim. So since this is a Sefer Shel Beinanim, the Rebbe said, so the Alter Rebbe only explained the Pshat, hayei b'necha kerosha, be like a Rosha, according to the level of Sefer Shel Beinanim. But the other level of being even a tzaddik still could be considered kirosha because of his etzem. That's something that shaykhah to Sefer Shel Tzaddikim, and that's not shaykhah to us. But then the Rebbe said, but still, the pale, since we were told this story, so siman that we do have a shaykhah to it, that it's possible for a person eventually to reach even that high madrege. And the Rebbe told the story that the Alter Rebbe once told somebody, Avem falosach, afmir, and who are you lying? And you're lying on me. You won't even know the road to my Gan Eden. And the Tzemach Tzedek said that this is a higher madrege even than the madrege of Rabbi Yochanan Mezaka, who said, I don't know which way I'm going. And the Alter Rebbe said, I do know. And he told the person, you won't know the way to my Gan Eden. So it seems that because of Chassidus, you're able to reach the madrege that you could even change your etzem. You know your etzem is good, and change your etzem to be good. And that's something that is connected to the Sefer Shel Tzaddikim, but the Shaykh is the pale mamish for every person in a certain level if you learn Chassidus.